soundtrack that we would play in our shop. We had incense burning, we had large mirrors, and nobody had really seen anything like it. So every time we opened our door, we saw a queue of honestly up to a dozen men. And we very quickly reached capacity. So we went on to open our second and third barbershops, not too far from Godalming and Hazelmere and Farnham. And what we found was we had leftover paint from the previous shop. We had the same chairs, the same mirrors. So before we knew it, we created this brand, and it really was authentic. It was honest, and we thought we would keep that going because it was reflective of the people that came into our network. When we had 3 shops, that was when we started to implement our scalable processes and our systems. We tried to do everything ourselves, and we quickly realized we just didn't have capacity. So we started to try and work out how to make our business grow with the limited time that we had. And that was where we started to bring in our own till systems and bring in effectively shop managers. And that was where we started to explore the idea of franchising. We found that was the only way to keep on growing at the rate we wanted to and have the same control over the brand. We created the Headcase Barbers brand before the barber boom of 2008. So you will see lots of very successful barbershop groups now where there is an experience in the UK. But we were very happy to have been one of the first to do that. So we sort of led this transition of barbers being somewhere that was isolated to the back streets. They were a little bit grotty. And now if you come to the UK, you will see barbershops similar to Headcase, but they're all on the main streets now. So they're in these amazing locations and they're offering more of an experience. But we've always led the way. We were the first to have a sort of an experience first ethos. And it's probably what paved the way for us to be the UK's largest franchised group of barbershops. A little bit about our culture. I just wanted to share a video with you if I can. It's only a 2-minute video, so I hope, I don't know if I can play the video. Are you still seeing this, Hannah?
Yeah, it's still though. The other alternative is to go into a browser and share your screen. And it's a YouTube video, isn't it? So you could
It's a
open it up.
YouTube link. Yeah, let me stop sharing, and I will
We're waiting
reshare.
in anticipation.
Here we go. Should I just reshare the YouTube link? Here we go.
Yeah, see if that works. If you then share the browser screen instead of hopefully then you better press play.
Is this okay?
So far, I think it's going to play an advert, possibly.
Yeah.
Hopefully you can skip.
There we go.
Fantastic.
All right, here we go.
Thing we maybe can't hear is the sound. There isn't any sound, sadly.
Okay.
Hi, Martin. What you can do is you go back
Can you
to
go
not
down?
sharing your screen,
Yeah.
and then when you share your screen again, on the bottom left corner, there should be a share sound option. You click on that, and then we'll be able to get this.
Got it.
The little box, you just need to tick it. Share computer audio, I think it is.
Yes. So YouTube, share sound. Do you know, it's not letting me tick the box. Don't worry. I don't know why it's not letting me do that. Don't worry, look, maybe we can just share the link. Maybe
Yeah,
we can
absolutely. If you send me the link, I'll pass it on and we can send it out to the people that have tuned in.
No problem at all. Let me just keep on moving forwards.
Please do.
We'll put that link into the chat so you can
Great.
so you can see it. Let me just come back to the presentation. See if I can. Okay, well, look, some of the things that people say in that video, I've drawn a few quotes out of it. And I thought this was really important because when we created that video, you'll see there are some interviews and we didn't give anybody a script. We just let them talk how they wanted to. And these were some of the things that came out of it from our team of barbers that we had. Being yourself, being inspirational, doing what you love and enjoying it. Quality time and a good haircut and a good experience. And finally, a pillar of the community. Those are things that we were really passionate about, hearing our barbers say that, because when you give them the freedom to speak how they want to. Oliver and I and John, we weren't there, so they were able to say whatever they wanted, and we were really pleased to see that they picked up on the things that were so important to us, which to us showed we were able to scale the brand and keep the values that were really important to us. So promoting the best possible experience, well, we have a set of what we call Headcase signature features. From memory, I think there are around about 8 of them. Just to share a couple here, the great music and the incense are 2 of the most important ones that we found. We did some research with our customers. We asked hundreds of our customers the things that they associated with Headcase when they thought about coming in. And funnily enough, the smell was top of the list. This all goes back to our very first store where it had been empty for a very long time. And we just wanted to make it feel less empty. There was almost a damp smell from where it had been empty for so long. So we lit the incense to try and get rid of that damp smell. And so many people commented on what a lovely experience it offered that we kept that going. And that's a really key part of every shop that we now open. And then the Headcase cut. It is a process. It's not just a haircut. It starts with spinning the chair and welcoming the customers into the door. And it goes all the way through to cleaning the neck down and then lowering the chair to let the customers back out. It's about a 10-stage process, and the actual haircut is just one part of that process. So it goes to show that while the haircut is important, actually it's way more than just a haircut. Something we found was a customer wants a decent haircut combined with an amazing experience, not the other way around. And I think this is where so many barbers go wrong. They focus so much on the haircut because that's what they find satisfies their big social media following, and it makes them feel like they're doing a good job. But actually, it's at the expense of the customer. And we made sure that all of our barbers knew it was the other way around. If a customer gets a good haircut, they aren't the expert at haircuts. So they'll be very happy with a good haircut. But if they have an amazing experience, they're going to come back. Versus having an amazing haircut and an okay experience, that isn't enough to make them come back. So we had a real focus on the experience. So whilst it's our culture that we've created in the barbershop, what we did was to try and promote the independence of each barbershop. We allowed every barber, every franchisee to create their own chapter. And what we came up with was our chapter badges. You'll notice they're all the same, but this one in the middle here represents all of our chapter badges. So we allowed each franchisee to pick something that they felt like they were invested in. So whether it was boxing gloves or animals or Disney characters, the skull in the top left-hand corner here with the hook, that's because the chap loved Peter Pan and he was a big Disney fan. So Captain Hook was his thing. So everybody had their own badge based in the UK, the year that they opened, and then where they were based. And this was very much customer facing. So it really made each shop feel not only independent, but it made each franchisee feel like they really owned their shop. Our goal was always that we didn't want our customers telling their friends that they were going to the Barbers. Or if somebody called them when they were in our shop, we didn't want them saying, we're in the Barbers. We wanted them saying, we're going to Headcase. And that was the most important thing to us. And we really found that worked. And the best example, and this is my final slide, the best example of that was in a story we heard from one of our regular customers. His brother moved to France and he loved it there, and he settled down there. And his brother once came into our shop and I asked about his brother. I've not seen him for a while. And he said, well, he's living in France and he's having the time of his life. But he said to me the other day, if there was one thing he could change, it was that he just wishes there was a Headcase Barbers there. Now that was interesting because he always had his hair cut by a barber in Headcase Barbers. And it just showed he wasn't coming back for the barber. He trusted Headcase Barbers, the brand. And it almost didn't matter what barbers were in Headcase Barbers. He just wanted to know that there was a Headcase Barbers in his local area. And that meant a huge amount to us. And that showed that our focus on the experience versus the haircut was a huge success over the 20, 25 years we've been running. So I hope that gives you a good insight into what we try to achieve, and I think why we continue to be the most successful franchise in the UK. And I think that's the end of my presentation.
That was so good. That definitely did. Please share that link in the chat to everybody so they can go and see it, because I think it's an experience you need to. It's almost it's all encompassing, isn't it? You need to hear it and smell it. And for anyone that does want to do that as well, we will. John from the team is going to be at the Delhi Franchise and Retail Show on the 18th and 19th. So please come along and meet him and get a real feel for the brand. So I think, Swaraj, you had a few things you might like to say.
Sure. Thank you, Martin. Thank you for the quick and great presentation which you have shared with us now. Just to give all of you a quick brief that currently the Indian salon industry is a 5 million pound industry, which is as per the current the statistics of 2023. And there are more than 100,000 salons which are currently operating in India. So this is the bandwidth we are talking about. There is a huge scope, there is a huge potential to grow. So we know that there are many Indian brands which are flourishing well, but this brand, you name it, and I think anyone who has visited UK or has gone to UK, they know about this brand. You don't have to talk to people about this. It is just that you have to open up a franchisee and people know where to go. I think that's the best part, which is there with the Headcase Barbers. So I would suggest that we give the platform to Mr. Ashok, who can take through us with the commercials. And I think I have never seen such a attractive commercial and financial plan for the launch for an area development plan. And I am quite sure that there will be many of you will be interested. We have shared our contact details and our email IDs and mobile numbers to be in touch. So Mr. Arjun Soi, who is going to lead the brand, is also there as a part of this group. Pooja, my colleague, she's also there, who is going to be in touch with you for all the brands. Ashokji, you can take this ahead. You can share the presentation for the financials.
Thanks, Swaraj. And also, we will have a Q&A at the end with the team. So if you have any questions, please write them in the Q&A, and they can answer them after Ashok has shared the financials.
Yeah, thank you, Hannah. Thank you, everyone. So just I will share my screen before going to the financials. We will have a quick look at the offerings that we are bringing for India. Right. So Headcase, if you look at our strategy, what we are looking for now, if you look at the Indian market size, Indian population, 1.4 billion. That means 1.4 billion people require haircut. You can imagine the market size that everyone goes once to the shop for their haircut. That means the kind of volume and business India has. Right. So even if you look at the overall salon and wellness industry, it's a $26 billion market. Out of this $26 billion, 10% is the men's grooming market. Right? Wellness and salon, it includes all product and services category, but just men's grooming alone market, if you talk about the numbers in INR, it's 20,000 crore industry. $20,000 crore. So what is the unique proposal that we are bringing? What kind of a strategy we are looking for India market expansion? We are not so aggressive. We want basically 4 regional partners in India who can basically offer us a minimum commitment of 30 units in North India. So this is our North India, where we are looking for a regional partner who can basically build a network of 30 units, 30 shops. We are looking for one partner in the Western region. So this segment is my Western region, where we are looking for another partner who can develop a network of 30 units. And this includes your basically Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Maharashtra, and Goa. My northern region has like your Jammu, Kashmir, Ladakh, Uttarakhand, Himachal Pradesh, Punjab, Haryana, Delhi, Rajasthan, and Uttar Pradesh. So this is the market that is northern region, and in southern region we have Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, and Kerala. So we need third partner, regional partner. We need here to operate like 30 units, and these are the minimum number of units commitment. But if you look at the market size is huge. You take an example of any metro cities. Take an example of Delhi. Delhi is 30 million population. Mumbai, 24 million population. So Bangalore again. So these are the metro cities is huge large markets. Even Bangalore or Mumbai or Delhi, these cities has enough scope to even appoint 30 franchises in one city, right? What we are looking for, we are looking for the partners who can give us the commitment of 30 units, and they can basically keep building more units as go along, right? In our eastern region, so that includes your here Bihar, Jharkhand, we have then Orissa, West Bengal, and your northeast. So that's we have clubbed together to have another fourth partner. So we are looking for 4 regional partners who can give us a minimum commitment of like 110 units in the next 2 years max. Right? So that is the proposal for franchise partners. And in terms of, if you look at my unit economics, so what we are looking here, we are looking for the partner who basically wants to acquire a regional master license. So we are saying basically they have to do 2 unit setup, because we are offering 2 different formats. So we have one is a 300 to 400 square feet shop, and second one is a 600 to 800 square feet shop. We have taken basically 2 different, if you look at here, we have considered 2 different area formats, right? Because this is basically where my rentals is high. In those cities, on those markets, we will go with a smaller area, and we will stay in the specific in your rental bracket. If we go to a like tier 1 location where we will have like slightly lower rentals, we will go for a larger space, and we can make more business from that market. So what we are saying here, my area partner, regional partner, he has to develop the capability. So he has to develop 2 outlets. One is small size, and second one is large size. And he has to develop operating capability plus the capabilities, so he can basically appoint some franchisees, and he can train some franchisees, and he can maintain brand commitments to the end consumer. So where my end consumer experience is amazing. So that experience we need to deliver to our customer has to be uniform. So that is the ask from the franchisee partner. If you look at their investments, so their total investment to set up 2 shops, 48 lakh rupees, right? And the 60 lakh rupees if you are acquiring license for North India, Western India, or Southern India. For these 3 regions, your regional license fee is 60 lakh rupees. And if you are looking for Eastern India, their license fee is 40 lakh rupees. Right? And royalty fees. So we will talk about the royalty. If you talk about the royalty from the unit, from individual units, we are charging like 20% royalty. And from this 20%, your 50% royalty goes to my area developer. Right? Second component is the franchisee fee share. So if you look at the individual units, so independent single unit franchisees, their franchisee fee is 5 lakh rupees. Out of this 5 lakh rupees, 70% goes to my area developer. Okay, so that 70% almost translate to 3 lakh rupee plus. So we are sharing more franchisee fees with the area developer, 50% revenue share with the area developer. So we are making sure that my area developer enjoy a good margins, good profit. If my area developer is successful, if my single unit partner is successful, the brand is going to be successful. Okay? So that is the unique proposition. And if you look at the returns for the franchisee, so area developer model is going to be a 10-year agreement. So you get a longer duration for our partnership. Second thing, you make more than 100% of your ROI. That's every year. Sorry. So that means for 10 years, you are going to make more than 10x of your initial investment. Right? So if I take it, if I sum this up, these two components, it's close to 1 crore, right? And this 1 crore investment is going to give you more than 10 crores in 10 years. So that is the value for my area developer in this business that we are offering. This break even is going to be like 1.5 year to 2 years max. Even my unit franchisee partners with an investment of 25 lakh rupees or 35 lakh rupees. So this investment, total investment includes your 5 lakh franchisee fee. My unit franchisee is profitable and within 2 years, they recover their entire investment, right? Sorry. So that is the unique proposal for the franchisees. Now, who can be our franchisee partners? Yes, of course, we need partners who are basically wellness enthusiasts. Second thing, entrepreneurs who are basically business acumen. We need people who have some kind of experience, but they want to upgrade their, service standards. And we need investors basically who have good understanding of beauty and personal care sector. So it's rewarding for them. And we need basically, you can say, local entrepreneurs who has the capability to create this entire network of 20, 30 units. And then if you look at what are the regions to partner with Headcase, I think they are a well-established and credible brand based out of UK. They have more than 25 years of experience, and they have their technology in place, systems in place, training systems in place for the franchisees. So they are going to basically leverage their entire knowledge, systems, expertise to train franchisee partners to make them self-sufficient to drive business growth. Okay. So if you look at the India market size, so as I said in the beginning, so 1.4 billion population need haircut, right? So it's a huge market. The business model or franchise model that we are offering or bringing to our franchisee partners is very attractive. It's has like low investment and higher returns because cost of service is very low in this business. You have just only manpower cost, that's your highest cost, and second one is your location. So these are the two heavy investment costs in this business model. Apart from that, there is no heavy investment required in this business. There is no additional cost of service. Yes, it has a tiny little cost of like consumables, your marketing, and other expenses, but those are nominal. So in terms of, if you look at the operating margin is very high in this business format. So customer loyalty and repeat business, because it's a repeat business. So once you have one customer, you deliver good quality of service, customer is going to come back to you every month. You will get consistent training and guidance from Headcase. So they will train your staff. They ensure that you deliver standards, service quality, and operating procedures. Yes, in terms of marketing, of course, what kind of marketing material that you require or guidance you require in terms of design, content, material. So Headcase team, they will work with you to do the marketing. Of course, the lot of marketing material can be customized as per your local market or as per your local language as well. So that, but the language conversion is going to be the part of the franchisee. So his responsibility, if you want to do this, his content in their own language, they can do, but the material, everything will be provided by the Headcase team. So I think with this, I will end this presentation and we can have a look at the detailed financial workings for.
Fantastic. Thank you, Ashok. Did you say you're going to share the details?
Yes, yes.
Great.
So this is a very detailed presentation. Okay, so I will not go in detail like reading out everything. So we are going to give you a just quick a glance how detailed model that we have prepared. So we have considered each and every cost possible in this business model. So starting from your center furnishing, equipment requirement, electrical requirement, IT requirement, your signage, branding, what kind of equipments that you require in your shop, that is covered here. What kind of business promotions and other activities you have to perform. We have considered franchisee fee, GST amount. So everything is considered here. Your rental deposit. So property deposit, we have considered 3 months. So in some cases, it may be like 6-month deposit. In some cases, it's a 3-month deposit. Especially in Bangalore, if you talk about the deposit, may be like 9 months or 1 year. So this is going to be at actuals. Okay. And working capital provision we kept for 3 months to be a safer side, because we don't want to be any surprise, or we want basically our franchisee partner to have enough financial bandwidth to to support initial ignition period. And then basically, if you look at my investment for 800 square feet area, what we are saying here. So 800 square feet area, my franchisee is making a revenue on 1.35 crores. That translates to 11 lakh rupees per month, right? And then it goes up to 17 lakh rupees per month kind of revenue. From this revenue, your costs are going to be 20% towards your rent. 20% is the royalty, 18% for your rentals. Staff cost is at 21%, 5% we kept for staff incentives. So we want our staff to deliver better services. So we have very good incentive plan for the staff. So we make sure that my staff is happy and they deliver happy services to the end consumer. Local marketing provision, they need to keep like 3% of the revenues. Cost of consumables, we have kept at 10%. This can be much lower, but we have considered slightly higher side costs. Product cost at 1%, electrical and water at around 7%, telephone internet is less than 1%. Your IT and system cost is going to be cost you less than 1%. Your laundry cost we kept at 1%, and other miscellaneous expenses at 1%. So if you look at your monthly EBITDA or monthly take home, franchisee can make 1.5 lakh rupees per month and goes up to 3.5 lakh rupees a month. So that is the value for unit franchisee partners. And in 20 months, he recovers his entire investment of 35 lakh rupees. Now let's have a look at the 400 square feet format. At an investment of 25 lakh rupees, your break even is 23 months. Here my franchisee starts making like close to 1.5 lakh rupees second year onward, goes up to 2 lakh rupees. So now if you look at the investment difference is only 10 lakh rupees. But if you invest 10 lakh rupees more in slightly larger space, your earning increases by like 1 lakh rupee per month. Now let's have a look at the area developer. So what we are looking for, yes, my area partner has to set up 2 stores. That's 48 lakh rupees, and the master license fee has to pay for 60 lakh rupees. So his investment is 1.11 CR. Right? And what he gets against this investment, he gets revenue from his own unit. He collects royalty, sub-franchisee fee from single unit franchisees as he appoints, and then he collects royalty from the sub-franchise network. A royalty, so whatever the royalty he collects, 50% of this royalty amount will be shared with the brand, and then the franchisee fee that he is going to collect from the sub-franchise units, 30% he will share with the brand. So he retains 70%. Look at my royalties from the sub-franchise unit. So again, the 2 units that he is operating directly, for those units also, he is going to share only 50% royalty, right? So only 10% is applicable. So remaining 10% is the benefit for the area developer. And we are not limited for my area developers that he has to do only 2. If he has the capability, he can set up more units, he can do that. Okay. And the scope that we have defined 30 units, so that is the minimum scope. There is no upper cap. He can do like 40 stores, 50 stores, 100 stores. He can develop. But after 30 stores, the franchisee fee share is going to be a 50-50. Right? So for first 30 units, we are offering 70% franchisee fee share to the area developers. So now let's have a look at his earning potential, what we are saying here. Yeah. So now look at the per month earnings that my area developer can make from this business. Just investing 1 crore and creating a network of 30 units, he can make 10 lakh rupees per year. Sorry, per month for next 10 years, right? So that is the potential for him, and his break even is 21 months. Same thing applies to my 20 unit franchisee network. So here his investment is only 88 lakh rupees. And if you look at his earning potential, as good as for 30 units, close to 10 lakh rupees per month, and his break even is only less than 18 months, right? But they have to create this network. As early they create the network, their returns, they will achieve their returns faster.
Thank you, Mr. Ashok, for such a wonderful financial presentation. I think it's a great opportunity for anyone who is planning an investment, because it is not only that you are starting a business of your own and owning a business of your own, but it is also that your ROIs are so quick and so fast, and you start earning after opening 2 stores only from the sub-franchising which you are doing. So I think that's the entire objective of the expansion plan which you're looking out for. So we have some questions which has come in the midst of all these sessions we are having. So Martin, if you're there on the call, I would like you to just answer this query if you feel that it's takeable. That why Headcase Barbers when there are so many competitions in India? How do you feel that Headcase Barbers will make a difference from the current brands which are present out there?
How will Headcase Barbers make a difference in India?
So there are some questions.
Why would you choose?
Okay.
Why it will be different from the current brand which are already there? There are some Indian brands like Habib's and Alexander's and Hot and Spots and all these brands. So what is the USP of Headcase Barbers that any investor would like to promote it and take the area franchise?
I'm
I mean, I
happy to
think-
take that one, Martin.
Oh, thanks, John. Okay.
I think the answer to that is that hair services are not a unique product. It's a service as old as the hills. So whilst the UK, of course, is a much smaller market than India, we were not first movers in this sector. But when Oliver and Martin set the business up in 2000, they focused on the service level quality that Martin was discussing in his presentation, the Headcase cut and the environment and the focus on customer services. And as a result of that, we had extremely high customer loyalty almost from day one, really, and customers were prepared to pay a premium against the competition to come for a Headcase cut. And so the same experience would apply in India. We heard earlier from Swaraj, there are 100,000 salons and barbershops across India. But India is also a population of 1.4 billion people. And there's always the opportunity for something different. And so what Headcase can provide for you is exactly that same brand cohesion and quality that you can take to your customer base in your areas.
I think quality and focus on customer experience is the main USP. That's what has come out.
Yeah, so Raj, here I would like to add here some
Yes,
more. There's a two component of your service. One is your customer experience, quality of the service that you deliver. Second one, your price for the customer. So I don't promote any brand or I don't claim any any brand who is like superior or who is like inferior. But the quality of service Headcase is offering, but they are offering this service at a reasonable price. So as compared to other players, which you have named, if you compare our price with them, we are much lower than them. Okay, so we are coming at a lower price, better service in the market.
And I think we should look at from an investor perspective, because currently we are not talking directly to the B2C, we are talking to B2B teams who are out here and would like you to invest. So you should be more focused on the investment part, that I'm investing 88 lakhs and I'm getting a return of 1 crore just by investing that amount, which is definitely the main objective of presenting the financials.
Absolutely, and the investment opportunity that we are bringing for the franchisee partners is very reasonable, much lower than other premium players in India.
Sure. Thank
Headcase,
you.
and I feel that being in the UK, I can kind of share. It's really an iconic experience. It's very different than. So I remember when I was a child, my closest friend used to sweep up hair in a barbershop, and we used to go there every Saturday. And it really was just this small, just normal barbershop that you get generally everywhere. But what's really different about Headcase is the all-encompassing experience and the joyful experience that you get when you go there. It's a destination. It's somewhere that you go for a period of time, and that's really what separates them, I believe, from the rest. And so yeah, if you are able to come to the show, I think you'll be able to see that when you visit the booth. And yeah. It really makes them very unique and different to a traditional standard barbershop. So we had a couple of other questions. Let me find. I think some of them have been answered. So I'm just
I think everything is answered.
Just the training, I think, I know touched on, but I thought that we maybe would just. I think somebody asked the question on how we will train the brand, train the first franchisees. So what we will aim to do eventually is we will train in India, but I believe the first people that come in, please someone correct me if I'm wrong, our goal is to bring them to the UK to train, and then that person then will help us train other franchisees in the market. Is that correct? Everyone's looking at me.
Yes.
Yes, fantastic. Well, thank you
Yeah.
so much. Thank you, Martin. Thank you, Ashik. Thank you, Swaraj, for your input. This really is a fantastic brand. Please reach out if you do want more information. If you could once again, whoever is sharing the details in the chat, quickly pop the details and the connection details in there. If you haven't got them,
Sure.
please.
So we have shared the details of our brand lead, that is Arjun, along with mobile number and email ID, so you can get in touch with him.
Yeah.
We'll be there on the 18th, 19th show at Franchisee India in IICC Yashbhoomi Dwarka. So we will be looking out for a lot of one-on-one meetings because the brand is present out there. So our team will be in touch with you to set up schedules for the meetings on 18th and 19th, and we'd love to see all of you on during the show. There are more than 500 brands which are participating. There are 100 international brands which are coming in. This is the first time we are having such a good international presence in the Indian market. There are more than 45,000 visitors we are expecting on both the days. So again, please book your tickets, get your flight tickets done, because Delhi is going to be costly on 18th and 19th.
Yeah,
So
we're
thank
excited.
you, and thank you for joining the session. Have a nice day and be in touch.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.